Lent season is a time to reflect upon our life, refresh our experiences with God, and renew our commitment to follow the path of Jesus. As we near the end of 40 days of penance, prayer, and fasting, let us meditate upon the last 7 sentences that Jesus pronounced before his crucifixion on the cross. The first sentence, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It was no surprise that Jesus, even at the end of his earthly life, was able to forgive his tormentors. He knew that the perpetrators were wrong, though they thought they were right. Often, we don't accept others, even if they are right. Are we ready now to forgive others? Can we forgive and pray for them? The second sentence, Today you will be with me in paradise. On the request of the penitent thief or the good thief, Jesus replied this. What a consoling and supportive assurance. Jesus listened to the begging of the thief and responded in the best possible way. If only we are able to submit ourselves in humility to Jesus. If only we acknowledge our weakness. If only we go to Jesus and say, Remember me, Jesus. The third sentence, Woman, behold thy son, behold thy mother. What a beautiful command. As a human son, Jesus did not forget his responsibility towards his mother before he died. Making his mother comfortable in his absence was his way of saying, I care for you, mother. How many times did we respect and revere our mothers and women at home and society at large? Can we change our attitude about women and start making them feel respected? The fourth sentence. My God, why have you forsaken me? When we read this sentence, we tend to think that Jesus was on the verge of breakdown. He might have come to the conclusion that he was alone in the path of redemption and raised this question. We too recite this when things don't go our way or when our prayers don't bring the expected answers. We feel desperate and start losing our faith. As Jesus took his disappointment to God the Father, shall we from now on take ours to him? The fifth sentence. I thirst. Arguably, after 3 days of torture and nothing to eat or drink, Jesus on the cross feels the ultimate pain, thirst for water. All the strength oozing out, blood pouring out, life draining out. What a death path! Thirst out of lack of water, thirst out of completion of race that is run. What do we thirst for? What do we long for? A self-centered life or Christ-centered life? The sixth sentence. It is finished. When Jesus said this, he realized that it was the end of his earthly mission. He completed the task given to him. The salvation of mankind is fulfilled. Jesus knew the job was well done and that it was the beginning of a new life for each and every one of us. How many times have we completed the task we were given? Have we at least started any worthwhile undertaking? Are we ready to continue the mission and complete it? The seventh sentence. Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. The last words of Jesus, the human person. He has given account of himself, his duty, his personality. He gives back to the Father what he was given, returning with full measure, 100-fold, a sense of satisfaction. How are we accountable? To God, to others, to ourselves, of the precious life we are blessed with? As we conclude the journey of Christ, let us remind ourselves of the mission that we are given. Let us make sure that the death of Jesus was to initiate the new life for all of us through his resurrection. Shall we take up the cross and continue for ourselves and for others, the poor, the destitute, the orphans, the farmers, the laborers, the sick, the lonely, to prepare for their resurrection in Jesus, not only on the Easter Sunday, but every day of our life.